Glasses on. Glasses off. Glasses on. Glasses off. Which one is better? I don't know. I never know with these things, but you know what? For the sake of I'm just gonna keep them on. I'm just gonna keep them on and let the lighting be what it is. Sometimes you just gotta do that. There's nothing wrong with that. A little more ASMR after last week. Hope you guys enjoyed that. What's going on, everybody? I'm Jake the Lawn Kid. Welcome back to another weekend in the lawn. So if I'm going to be super honest with you guys, today's video doesn't really have a whole lot of substance to it. As a matter of fact, I really have one piece of content that I want to provide you guys today. And then with that, I also have some leftover B-roll footage from last week's video of me cleaning up some leaves and debris that I'd like to mash up for you guys into a little cinematic sequence and flex my editing skills a little bit because spring is right around the corner. I need to make sure that my editing is top-notch. Got to be one hundo for the season. So we're going to flex our skills today in the midst of January. So with all that being said, let's get into the video. This question that I want to answer today, or this topic that I want to talk about, actually stemmed from an email that I got from a fellow subscriber a couple of days ago asking about above ground tree roots with really mature trees. Now, this is... Oh, hey. Real quick, guys, so sorry for the interruption. I just wanted to hop in here real quick and give you guys a little context on the email that I got from my fellow subscriber a couple of weeks ago. Now, at the date that I shot this video, I really didn't give too much information about it because if I'm going to be super honest with you, at the time I shot the video, it was very impromptu. I literally wrote it together that day. I tried emailing this subscriber literally hours before shooting, and obviously he didn't get back to me. You know, weekdays, busy time for everybody, so he didn't get back to me soon enough to know whether or not I could use his footage, and I obviously didn't want to do the uncourtesy thing of using his footage when I wasn't allowed to. Anyway, I'm sure you guys understand, right? It is now Saturday, and I'm currently finishing the edit of the video right now, and at this point I have gotten permission from this subscriber to share his information, so I'm going to go ahead and do that real quick. So this subscriber, this is a regular on my Lawn Fires live show. His name is Joshua Smith, and he emailed me in regards to the root system of his maple trees popping up above the ground, right? Like, this is something that happens all the time with big trees. As they get bigger, what will often happen underneath the canopy is you'll have the giant root material growing up at the surface. That's just what happens over time, right? The roots grow up and out, and it just doesn't look pretty. So what I figured I would do with that email, because it is January right now and there is not much to talk about in regards to lawn care, is I would go ahead and turn it into a video showing what you guys in this situation can do to better the aesthetics of this picture. So that's what today's video is going to be about. Some of you guys might be wondering, Jake, this is a different location. Never seen you here before. Well, that's because I'm actually at my godparents' house, aka the Project Lawn Owners, the big project lawn that we did on the channel. You can find that playlist right here. Still got big things coming up on that very soon. The sole reason I'm here today, So the sole reason I'm here today is because I'm actually watching their dog while they're on vacation. I'm dog sitting, if you will, and right now I'm walking Stella around. She's gotta get her to go to the bathroom, man. Whoa, slow down. Just dog sitting. Let's get back to the video. This question that I want to answer today, or this topic that I want to talk about, actually stemmed from an email that I got from a fellow subscriber a couple of days ago asking about above ground tree roots with really mature trees. Now, this is a great topic for me to discuss right now for a couple of reasons. Number one, we're in the midst of January, right? So we're pretty much in the off season right now, cool season, friends, and because of that, we really can't do much with our lawns. So it's kind of great to use this off time to change it up a little bit, talk about something new, which is the second reason, talk about something new. And then the third reason is because I'm sure a lot of you guys have dealt with this problem and you want to know the best way to make it look a little more presentable, right? So that's what I want to do today. I want to show you guys what you can do to improve the appearance around the base of a tree with roots at the surface without having to surgically remove the roots or try and go against Mother Nature, which we'll be talking about here in a second. So a homeowner's first instinct when this happens is typically to just cut that root material out, right? Just cut it out and it'll no longer be there. You won't have to look at it, right? Wrong. That's not a good idea because doing that can actually be very unhealthy for the tree. And on top of that, you got to keep in mind those roots, that's part of the foundation. And the more foundation you remove, the more unstable that tree becomes. So we do not want to go the surgical route. So do not think about mechanically cutting out these roots, okay? Let's talk about what we can do to get Mother Nature on our side and work with these roots, if you will. The second instinct that might come to mind is, okay, well, if I can't get rid of the roots, I'm just going to try and thicken my grass up in that area to at least hide them so they're not as apparent, right? Wrong. Trying to grow grass under a tree is not a good idea for a couple of reasons. Number one, because we have a tree with a dense canopy. One problem we might often deal with is very dense shade, and because of that, it's very hard to get grass to grow under the tree. And with that dense shade, another problem we're dealing with is dense root competition, right? Because I want you to keep in mind, we're not just talking about more grass roots or, ornamental grasses, right? We're talking about legit tree roots, right? So trying to compete with tree roots, it's just not going to end well for any of us right now. Albeit you can probably get some good results in the spring with a little bit of water here and there, but in times of stress like the middle of the summer when it gets very hot and dry, that grass is going to suffer quickly because once we get into that stressful period, the tree is going to go into a survival mode and it's going to take all of those weak plants for everything they got, and as a result, those plants are going to be dead within weeks, if not days. So we do not want to try and grow grass or any ornamental flowers in those areas. It's just not going to end well. So don't do that either. The third thing that might come to mind is, okay, well, if I can't mechanically remove the roots or plant grass in that area, I'm just going to go ahead and put some topsoil on top of the roots, and I'm sure after that, the roots will no longer be in sight, right? Wrong. To be honest, this method is very detrimental and a waste of time in the long run. So to explain the first part, very detrimental, what I mean by that is that when you cover those roots with topsoil, one problem you can run into is dehydration of the plant root. And when that happens, that's going to hinder processes within the plant, and that's not something that we want to do. So stay away from that. Now, to explain the second half of putting topsoil on top of the roots, the fact that it can be very wasteful in the long run, basically what happens over time is that soil is going to settle. So those of you guys who are putting topsoil on top of the roots thinking that the roots are covered and you're good to go and it looks more presentable, that's not what's going to happen. Soil, like anything over time, it's going to settle, right? It's going to seek its own level, if you will. And in that process, it's probably going to flatten out. And as it flattens out, you're going to find yourself with those roots being exposed again, and it's not going to be pretty. So do not cover your roots with topsoil. If there's anything that I recommend you do, I recommend you put mulch at the base of the tree. Now, mulch is going to be the best of both worlds for this situation, biologically and for the aesthetics of the plant to improve curve appeal. Putting mulch at the base of a tree will actually help hydrate that exposed root material, or moisturize it, if you will, which will allow it to, in turn, retain moisture for long periods of time, and as a result, the tree is just going to be functioning at a healthier, more efficient level, right? So we're all all for that. And then with that, it's also going to improve the overall curb appeal of your house, especially when you have a variety of options you could choose from. You can get any color, any style you want. And on top of that, it doesn't even have to be legit mulch. If you're dealing with a pine tree that drops pine needles like crazy, maybe you could take advantage of your situation and use those pine needles as the mulch for that area. Again, it's just a great way to not only help the plant out, but overall just improve the overall curve appeal of your lawn and landscape, especially in those areas where roots are popping up above the ground severely. As far as thickness goes for this situation, as long as you stay at about 2 to 3 inches thick, you will be fine. So that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did, please be sure to subscribe to the channel, and I'll show you how to get the deepest, darkest, greenest, thickest lawn on the block. I'm Jake the Lawn Kid. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time. If I don't see you guys next time, your lawn is going to be dominated. See you later. Oh man. Did I line them up? I probably didn't, man. Oh no. Well, here. I think we should be fine now. Alright. Let me grab that camera real quick and then I'll take you inside. Cool? Alright. Whoa! Gah! Ah, I just fell again trying to get that shot. Oh my god. This is no joke either, man. This snow is... Oh man, look at that. Right in the... Okay, so here we are a couple of hours after I did the, after I was just out here walking the dog. And one thing I wanted to show you guys before I wrap this up here is how good this lawn looks like 2.5 months after we hit it with that green punch a couple of months ago. Look at that. Even in the snow, even in hard times of winter, this lawn is still holding its green color really well. Just look at that. Beautiful. Now we do have some leaf cover on here, but I'm sure that if I talk to Rich and tell him, hey, get out here and get the leaves off in the warm day, he'll have it done no problem. Knowing Rich, he's the man. And then over here, this area is... This is actually part of our winter project. We're going to be working on that very soon. So, tons of great stuff coming up here. So make sure that you stay tuned and once again, subscribe to the channel for more great lawn care content on how to dominate the block. So, see you guys later.